Are we here? Maybe. Good morning, everyone. Hi. Happy Wednesday. We are trying a little different way of doing my Facebook Live this morning. So far, I don't like it. I look stuck. So, if you can see me and I'm looking on my phone and it's a black screen, what do you see? Do you see a black screen? Or do you see this adorable coffee mug from my friend Angie at Sugar Bowl Boutique that says, "Oh dear"? Do you see me? Hi, Taryn. Jamie, can you see me? I don't know. Debbie, Patsy, can you guys see me? Because I see a blank screen. I see a blank screen. And blank screens aren't good. So we will see here if it's working. You see me. Okay, well, I can't see myself. I guess that could be a blessing. Hi, guys. Good morning. I'm excited to be here. I did a post a little bit ago and asked you guys how I can help you this morning with your biggest pressing business question problems. And I'm literally going to go through some of those questions and answer them for you right now. Julie, no, my hair ain't naturally this blonde, sister. No. It was when I was a child, but every time I either hit puberty, which I only did once, or had kids, or hit menopause, it just keeps getting darker, curlier and darker, because it used to be stick straight. You see me in Stella? How do you see Stella? Stella, you're a star, baby. So yes, good morning. Okay, we're going to go for it. As long as you can see it, again, on my phone, blank screen. So here's the deal. My name is Jennifer Allwood. Most of you know that. And I teach people how to create a beautiful home and build their creative business. And I have the honor of coaching with almost 1,000 women in 2 different groups right now. And we've got several men actually joining too, on how to build their creative businesses. And so one of the things I'm super passionate about is women stepping into their God-given giftings, women stepping into their God-given talents, women quitting feeling guilty about making money off of the things that they make, women stepping into their role as a business owner, women being good at wifing, momming, and businessing all at the same time. So those are some of my passions, okay? And I feel like my gifting really is encouraging women in their business and how to build their business and how to quit feeling guilty about doing your business and how to quit feeling guilty about making money in your business and how to make more money in your business. Because when you make more money in your business, you can bless so many other people in terms of hiring, in terms of taking the load off your husband's shoulders to make all the income, in terms of giving to your church, in terms of impacting others around you. And so, girls, we need to quit feeling guilty about money. Okay. Some of you have grown up with people making you feel bad about making money. You feel guilty. You feel like you shouldn't want to make more than you do. You feel like you should give away your talents for free. You feel like you're always going to be broke. You don't deserve more than this, et cetera, et cetera. And that'll get my goat quicker than anything. Okay. So we're going to talk this morning about some business questions. I'm going to answer some questions for you, with the whole intent being so that you can grow your business, so that you can change your family, so that you can change your future, so you can put your kids through college, so you can quit feeling guilty about wanting to send them to private school, so you can afford soccer lessons and piano lessons to the glory of God, okay? And so I'm going to answer some of your questions that you guys posted here this morning. So Joanna Rukit, I'm terrible, first of all, at pronunciation, so I'm certain that I just killed that, and I'm so sorry. She says she just recently moved from Kansas City to Colorado Springs. Listen, Joanna, if I had to move to any state in the nation and had to leave Kansas City, I would go to Colorado. In fact, we were supposed to be in Colorado. We were supposed to get home on Monday. We were leaving on Thanksgiving. We were going to Breckenridge and staying until Monday. And then our son's football team ended up going to state. And how many of you know that you can't force your son to miss a state football tournament in lieu of a ski trip for the family? So we had to cancel Colorado. So anyway, love Colorado. Your challenge is getting exposure in a new location. Okay, so Jana, my first question would be, do you have a brick and mortar or are you doing it online? And here's what I want to encourage you. And first of all, I'm just going to ask the Lord that he makes me more brilliant than I am, okay? That I'm smarter than I am so that I can answer all of you really intelligently and give you as much value as possible. So Joanna, if you have a brick and mortar, one of the reasons I suggest people go online is because then you can do the online from anywhere in the world, right? And so build your business online as much as possible. If you do have a brick and mortar, I would begin doing Facebook ads within a 50-mile radius of your store like yesterday. Also, connections are so important in the city you're in. Let me give you a great example. I have a really great relationship with the owners of Restoration Emporium, Chrissy and Jeff Huff here in Kansas City. We cross promote one another. I've used her building for my mastermind in October with 40 some people that came to that. And I go into her store, do Facebook Live. She promotes me. If you can find some people in Colorado Springs that you can develop business relationships with, those are gold. So go seeking those. Okay. All right. Krista Bryan says her biggest issue right now for her business is she's homeschooling 2 girls and she's trying to keep everything in balance and not lose her mind or her house to laundry. Okay. First of all, I want you to know that I don't often read these questions before I answer them because I like answering them on the fly. Is that weird? I feel like it's weird, but because I'm the only person I know that loves to answer questions on the fly. And excuse Stella the pup, but I'm obsessed with her. Okay, so Krista, I'm going to try to word this in a way that does not come off sounding really snotty, but it's probably going to sound snotty. Okay. So just know that I love you, Kristen. That's why I'm telling you the truth. So, if you're trying to build a business at home, but you're also homeschooling and you're trying not to lose your mind or your house to the laundry, you're going to have to get serious time boundaries put in place. And your 2 girls are going to have to understand that mommy doesn't have to sit right there for them to do their entire lesson plan. That part of them being in school and being homeschooled is learning to do things without you having to prompt them the whole time. Okay. Within boundaries. I know that, but I also know that homeschoolers are able to get stuff done in a fraction of the time than the public school. You go, homeschooling moms. You have all my high fives. You're amazing. And so let them know that while they're working on their science project, mommy's working on her social media. That's just the way it's going to be. Okay. Then the second part of this is where I try not to get snotty, but there was a time when I had to tell Mr. Magic and the kids, and I said it with all the love in my heart, but this is what I said. Guess what, family? Mom's like actually running like a legit business from home. Like this is actually a thing. This is what's actually going to put you sweet 3 children through college. This is what's going to help us to retire early. Like mom's business is a real thing. Like this is not a hobby. We're not playing. This is my job. Okay. And nobody else does the laundry while they're at their job. And guess what? Mom's not going to either. Nobody else is unloading the dishwasher while they're at their job, and mom's not either. No one else is running around picking up prescriptions, shopping for more socks, going and picking up Jimmy Joe's, football cleats, whatever, while they're at their job. Mom's not either, because I have a job. And the only person that can put in place rules, like if I had a desk job I had to go to every day, thank you for the hearts, by the way. If I had, say that, yes, Amber Strong. Amber, I have a word for you, by the way. Private message me. I've had a word for you for 2 weeks, and I need to give it to you. Thus saith the Lord. And so email me or message me. And so I'm not trying to be snobbish about it, but listen, girls, the only way your business is going to pay you like a business is when you treat it like a business and you are your boss. And if you had a day job you were going to every day, your boss would not let you be unloading the dishwasher, flipping the laundry, and running errands for the family. He wouldn't. And you have to put those boundaries into place. Now, is there some flexibility? Of course. If I have a sick kiddo, all bets are off. Mom's mom. Okay. And if we're in crunch time and, we need to get Noah's clothes done for a football thing, of course, I'm going to flip the laundry if I have to during the day. But what I'm telling you is you have got to put a priority on your business because nobody else is going to. If you think that magically, somehow, this chunk of time is going to just fall in your lap, and you're going to get 6 hours a day of uninterrupted time to do your thing. Honey, you are wrong. I love you. But let me tell you what the enemy hates. He hates that you're stepping into your gifting. He hates that you're stepping into your calling. He hates that you're trying to build your business. Because when you do, he knows you're putting money in your own pocket and putting money in others. He knows that now you can begin tithing to your local church. He knows that now you can hire other people and you can be blessing their businesses and their families. And he ain't about it. So he will distract you every second of the day. He will throw things your way all day long. When you decide to work from home, you will have more phone calls to go to lunch than you have had in the other 3 decades of your life. I am telling you the truth. You have to protect this stuff so much because this is your job. And when I'm doing my job, I'm doing my job. Then I'll do the laundry and the dishwasher and everything else at 4 o'clock. But when mom's working, mom's working. And I know that that comes off as strong, but ooh, girls, I am passionate about that. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out, Jennifer. I haven't been on Facebook Live for like a week. So sorry. There may be some passion up in here. We had a stream of things happen that I was getting ready to go live one day. We literally had a neighbor with a house fire. And I couldn't go live because I was so distraught about my neighbors losing their home. And I couldn't go live that day. I was still so upset about it the next day. And then it was Thanksgiving and I ain't going live when my turkey's on the table. I mean, we've got to have priorities. Okay. And so, and then we were out of town for state football. So Tony Abishon says, and I love your last name, Tony, and I want a sexy last name like Abishon. Abishon, that just rolls off the tongue. It's fantastic. She wants to know how to add value to her Facebook Live videos. She feels like they're boring. Okay, so Tony, let me ask you this. Are you boring? Or you can't be boring with a last name like Abishon. Here's what happens when people decide to do a Facebook Live. By the way, can you guys hear me well? Because I'm using my Yeti for the first time on a Facebook Live today, and I usually don't. I usually only use this when I'm doing my coaching calls. So let me know if you can hear me okay. All right. Here's what happens when most people are going to do a Facebook Live. They decide, I'm going to do the Facebook Live. Now I'm going to put on my really business hat. Like I'm going to get all into business mode. And then they think that they have to be serious and super smart and salesy on the Facebook Live because they're doing it with intention. And so they feel like they have to mask who they really are. Okay. Tony, here's what I suggest instead. If you're a creative person, and most of the people that follow me are creative people, let your freak flag fly, baby. Okay. Can somebody tweet that? Most creative people are just a little weird, a little odd, a little off. I'm including me in this group, okay? We're a little quirky. We're a little funny. We kind of stand out just a little bit. We're a little bit different than the dentists and accountants of the world. And I love dentists and accountants. And if you saw me yesterday on Instagram stories, I was at the dentist. I got 2 cavities filled. And if you missed me on Instagram stories, you totally missed me doing stories while I had on laughing gas. So go watch that if you need a good chuckle. Also, Mr. Magic bought me an elf outfit last night, and it's there on Instagram too. So here's the deal, Tony. When you decide to go onto Facebook Live, go with an intention to serve, okay? If just throw every other thing somebody's taught you about going live on Facebook out the window. I tell the girls that I coach all the time, when you switch your thinking from how can I make a sale, how can I, talk to them intelligently? How can I get them to come into my store? And turn your thinking 100% to how can I serve the people who are following me on Facebook? It will completely change the way you do a Facebook Live. Completely. Also, the more you do, the more comfortable you're going to get. The more comfortable you get, the more you're just going to kind of take off the mask and be totally you. And here's what happens when you're totally you. All right. Number 1. People are either repelled by you and they will leave, and those aren't your people. Okay. I am not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. So when you're truly yourself, which for me is a Jesus girl, so I'm going to talk about God. I'm going to drop some prayers. I'm going to drop some scripture. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to lose my words because I'm in menopause. I'm going to talk about my kids and Mr. Magic, my dog, because those are things I love. Okay, those are the things that will draw people into your Facebook Lives, and they're going to want to watch you. And when you talk about stuff you're passionate about, they can't help but be like, drawn into that. Does that make sense? So Tony, don't think you have to be professional. Girl, just be you, because you can't keep up with the professional Tony for very long. Eventually the real you is going to sneak out anyway. Just go all up in that crap. Just go fully 100% Tony Aubuchon, girl with the sexy last name. Go get it. All right. Karen Miller. Karen says she's trying to keep her sanity while running her busy Etsy shop, plus selling locally to very wishy-washy people and your family and your house and your pets and your friends and all the things. Okay, Karen, I totally get that. If you have a very busy Etsy shop, raise your prices. For real, raise your prices. Raise your prices. If selling locally is giving you wishy-washy people, that just drives home my point of go online. Go online, sell your stuff online. When you're selling locally, you guys, you can only sell to the little pool of people that are right there. When you sell online, you have the whole wide world that you can sell to. You have the whole wide world in your hands. Is this a song? I think that's my song. I think it's a song. And so, Karen, I would focus on your online efforts. I'm glad you have an Etsy shop. Do you also have a website? If you don't have a website, I would love to encourage you to get one like yesterday. When you have an Etsy shop, you are still under Etsy's rules. Etsy has things that you have to abide by. If Etsy ever goes sideways and ups their rates, decides to shut down, decides to start charging you, crazy fees, you're in trouble, girlfriend. So go ahead and build your Etsy, but build your own website. Your website is the only thing that is truly yours. That is 100% your property, your real estate. Ain't nobody the boss of you, and you can do everything you want with it. Get a website too. Okay. Holly Stillwagon says, you have a good last name too. She's trying to do everything all by herself. How many of you guys can relate to that? Yes, Angel, menopause is why you lose your words. It's because you're losing your hormones. And apparently words just go right out the door with your hormones. Apparently the words just go right with it. All right. Yes, Marsha, be your crazy self, girl. Okay. Hang on here. Let's see. Holly Stillwagon. So she's trying to do it all herself. Her hope, her dream, her expectation was to have a family member help her, but they're proving to be undependable. God bless the family members. She can't afford to hire someone, so she's feeling really stuck and hopeless. Okay, first of all, the Bible says, it talks about how we have to be the ones that are spurring ourselves on in the Lord, Holly, so that when you're feeling hopeless, go look up some stuff on how to get rid of that crap, okay? Because when you start spiraling down into that hopeless feeling, everything starts to go sideways in your business. And what you will instinctively do, because we're human beings, is you will instinctively look for things that further approve of the fact that everything's hopeless. People will start to complain a little and you'll be like, yep, it's hopeless. People will start to, you'll get a nasty gram. You'll get a negative comment on Facebook and it'll further just drive home that point and confirm in your heart that, yep, this is hopeless. And so I encourage you to get out of that pit before you go into there further. Okay. And so go look, if you're a Bible girl, go look up Bible scriptures on hopelessness. And I encourage you instead to, when you're feeling hopeless, one of the best things you can do is you can go bless other people. There are times in my business where I'm feeling down and out, where I'm feeling frustrated. There are times when, even at my level, when I'm like, gosh, this is hard. Lord, is it worth it? Best thing you can do to take the focus off of yourself, the best thing you can do is you can go and bless somebody else. And that will help get you out of that hopeless pit. Okay. Here's what I want to tell you though, Holly. Most of the time, your family members are not the ones you need to be hiring for your business. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because here's what happens. It makes Thanksgiving lunches very awkward. Who can give me some hearts and some yes and amen for that? Let me know, would you? A lot of times family members are hard. Don't worry about trying to. The first thing is you're looking for people who can help support your dream and who can come alongside of you and help do the things in your business that you're not good at, don't want to do, or you need to do to grow, right? Okay. And so the majority of the time, your business is your dream. It isn't your sister's. It isn't your kids. It's not your spouse's. It's your dream. Let them do their dream. And you find somebody that you can hire for your dream. Okay, today is my assistant Vicky's birthday. Will you guys just put some happy birthday love for Vicky in here? All right, and I put a post in my Inner Circle this morning. And by the way, if you're not in my Inner Circle coaching program, you are so missing out. We are having the best contest starting December 1st. I'm giving away a $300 Amazon card to somebody in my group. We're doing a Facebook challenge. Like, I'm making you do certain things throughout the month on Facebook in order to be eligible for a $300 prize just for one person. You need to go join it. Anyway, I put in the Inner Circle this morning a picture of Vicky, and I said, my hope for all of you that are looking for an assistant in your business is that you find somebody who is more convinced of your worth and what you're doing in your business than even you are, because Vicky is. I mean, that woman is gold. And someone who has your best intentions and your business and your customers, like that is what she's obsessed with. If any of you have ever had to deal with my customer service, with sending us an email, you've dealt with Vicky. She is a gem. That's what you want, Holly. You don't want your bitter brother, okay, taking care of stuff for you. No, girl, hire somebody. And here's what you're saying, that you can't afford to hire somebody. And I'm going to tell you one other thing, okay? This is the real life example I give every single entrepreneur. You hire someone, Holly, to do things in your business that you're sucky at, that you hate doing, that irritate the daylights out of you, that you're no good at, etc. And while they're doing oh my gosh, I hit the mute button, you guys. What? I'm so sorry. Can you hear me now? I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know. Tell me what the last thing you heard was. I hit the mute button. God bless it. Look, there's a mute and I hit it. What is the last thing you heard? Do we need to start from the top? No, I'm kidding. Tell me what the last thing, right? Damon, I was pointing and I was on fire. What was I saying? 2 to 3 minutes? What? I'm backing up. Then. Did you hear me talking to Holly about who wants to know about family members and they're undependable? Did you hear me talking about that? And she was feeling hopeless, and I told her to bless some other people. When you're feeling hopeless, that's one of the best things you can do is to take the focus off of yourself. Did you hear that? And then I told Holly, quit thinking that your family members are going to want to work for your business, because that's not their dream. And you don't want your bitter brother working for your business. And then I said, well, you all wish Vicky a happy birthday. I bet this is where it turned off at, because Vicky is my assistant and it's Vicky's birthday today. Happy 39th birthday, Vicky. And I said that if you're not in my inner circle, you're totally missing out, because I did a post in my inner circle this morning and said to everybody in the inner circle, will you guys wish Vicky a happy birthday? And I said, I hope all of you can find an assistant as good as Vicky. Somebody who believes in you even more than you believe in yourself. Somebody who will take care of your clients and who will take care of you with such tender, loving care that they're like the best face of your business. If I had to answer all my emails, you guys, I'd lose clients left and right, because I'm not that precious. I'm just not. Vicky is precious. Vicky's precious. And so what I said was, when you're looking to hire people, what was your name? Holly, right? I said, don't hire your bitter brother-in-law. Hire people that will absolutely go to bat for you, who are so excited about what you're doing, who are going to support you. And then here's what I said, because you said you couldn't afford to hire people, Holly, and I said, you can't afford not to. And I said, when you hire help, you're not going to go upstairs and eat bonbons and watch reruns of The Young and the Restless. That's not what you're going to do. You're going to hire somebody to do the stuff you suck at, that you hate, you're no good at, that makes you bitter, makes you want to drink, makes you want to cuss and give up. And I'm just taking out my hair. It's just bad. And I said, and while they're doing that, while they're doing all that stuff that you're no good at and that you hate, and you're paying them $10, $12, $14, $16, $20 an hour, whatever, you, Holly, are being brilliant over here. You're doing the thing that God gifted you in. You're staying in your lane 100%, and you are kicking butt, creating whatever it is that you do, while they're doing the stuff you hate. And you're making the $50, $75, $100 an hour. So you're paying them, yes, but you're like tripling what you're making, because you've now got time to actually do it. Does that make sense? People think that they can't afford to hire, and they can't afford not to. Because if you're spending 10 hours trying to do your own Pinterest pins, Lord have mercy, when I was still painting, I charged $100 an hour to paint. If I can pay somebody $16 an hour to make me 4 Pinterest pins, and during that hour, I can charge somebody $100 to paint, I just came ahead $84. This is simple math, my friends. I love you. Yes, Damon, we all need Vicky clones. She's amazing. And that's what I said in my inner circle. And then I also said, if you aren't in my inner circle, you're totally missing out, because next month I have given them all a Facebook challenge or a social media challenge. And the winner next month in my inner circle gets a $300 Amazon gift card. Y'all are going to wish you were there. Y'all are going to wish you were there. And then Annette Garcia said she couldn't decide if booths and shows were worth it. And I told her, Annette, go find the booth conference on Facebook. Corey Farrell wondered about foot traffic in her shop. And Corey, I answered that for the first lady about Colorado Springs. So go back and listen to that. She said her rent's cheap, but it's in a bad location. Let me tell you what will fix anything is good marketing. I mean this with everything in my heart, Corey, when I say good marketing can fix a bad location. You don't have to be the most talented in your industry if your marketing kicks ass, and that's the truth. And Ava says that ass is a cuss word, and I don't think it is. I apologize if you agree with Ava. I'm so sorry. But if you kick butt on marketing, it does not matter what your location is. It does not matter what your talent is, because you will be able to bring people in like nobody else in your industry. All right. So if your location is terrible, you better get really good at marketing and go online. Then it doesn't matter what your location is. Friends, how many of you have done any orders in the last 3 or 4 days off of your cell phone? Somebody tell me. Damon says he's totally winning my inner circle challenge. Damon, may the force be with you. That was a really wimpy, this was military, because my brother's on my mind, because I have a brother who got deployed to Africa 2 months ago, and Wednesdays are the days that we fast and pray for my brother. So I'm thinking military, but then I was also thinking may the force be with you, which is definitely Star Wars. So Rita, go to themagicbrushinc.com/inner circle. Will somebody put my inner circle link in for Rita? And Pamela says you need to join. And Pamela, here's what I encourage you to do. I encourage you to not think about it too long, because you will talk yourself out of a $47 decision every day of the week. And yet most people will spend $47 eating at Applebee's this weekend, but they fail to invest in their family's future with shortcuts that can get you from A to B faster. So if you're considering, join today. If you join today before lunch, we have at 12 o'clock CST, a conference call where if you ask a question, I can actually bring you up on the screen with me. Okay, hang on here. Hang on. Let's see. Lori says she's a maker. This is the craziest time of year for her. All of us, Lori. Q4 is our jam as creative people. You can sleep in Q1. She wants to make a paid group for crafters. Lori, are you in my inner circle? Because if you get in there before the end of the month, you get all of November's content. And this month we did a membership site panel. And it was myself plus somebody who is a real estate expert, somebody who is a photography expert, and somebody who is a second grade teacher material expert. And the four of us answered questions from my group on how our web membership sites, our monthly groups are set up, how we take payments, what rules we implement, the best things we do to get people in there, etc. So Lori, join before the end of the month if you're interested in that training. Two Phillies Studio. Two Phillies Studio, you're smart. You want to know why? Because you commented on my post as your business. And now I just said your business in front of however many people we have live. I don't even know how many people we have live. 400. Hey, thanks, guys. And thanks for sharing this, because clearly you have. I don't think we were at 400 a few minutes ago. So did you guys know that? This is a business tip. It's a business tip. If you are on somebody's Facebook page comment as your business, because when other people read the comments, they'll be like, oh, what's Two Phillies Studio? And then they'll say it in front of 400 people, and you perhaps will get some new followers. So good for you. Okay, so your question is getting more engagement on your social media that will turn into sales. All right, so here's what I would say to that, Two Phillies Studio. If you have just a brick and mortar, you're selling stuff online, I know that the challenge is to just, this is what I call barf up sales posts, to just put what you have for sale, sale after sale, after sale, after sale, after sale. Here's what I would suggest. Instead, encourage your audience. Teach your audience. Take your audience behind the scenes. Do some Instagram stories. Do a Facebook Live. Bring them into your shop with you. Get to know them. Actually know what it is that they are about, what they want. Let them know about you and what you want. Introduce them to your family. Let them know some of your holiday traditions. All of that. Then when you put up a sales post, I promise you, they will be more likely to buy, because the way that our human mind works, unless we're talking about Starbucks, Coca-Cola, Taco Bell, something like that, is we buy from people we know, like, and trust. Or if we see our friends know, like, and trust them, then we're more willing to spend money with them. Invest, if you're needing engagement. A lot of times people lack engagement on their Facebook page. Are you ready for this? I'm going to tell you the truth. Because they don't know who's behind the page. All they know is that some random person is asking if they like white lights on their Christmas trees or colorful lights on their Christmas trees. They don't know who that person is. Does that make sense? They don't know who you are. And so here's the example that I give people. When you are out shopping and you see a random person walking at you and they've got a clipboard, right? And they're walking towards you with their little clipboard and you're like, ah, crap, they're going to ask me questions. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Say yes if you know what I'm talking about. So they're walking towards you and you're like, nah. No eye contact. No eye contact. As long as I won't make eye contact, maybe they won't ask me questions. And they're like, excuse me, can I ask you a question? And you're like, not today. That's what it's like when random people ask you questions on Facebook. Okay? Random people ask you questions on Facebook. You're like, I won't make any eye contact. I'm certainly not responding. I'm not commenting. Heck no, I don't know these people. Now, the opposite of that is you're at the mall and you're walking around and you see your next door neighbor, Maureen, and Maureen's got the clipboard and you're like, live next to Maureen forever. I know Maureen. And Maureen says, Jen, can I ask you a question? And you're like, yes, fine. What do you got? Because you know her. People have to know you if you want engagement on your page. You can't just be barfing up your sales posts and expect them to engage in that. They ain't going to do it. They ain't going to do it. So that's my advice for you to Philly's studio. Okay, let's see. Joyce, I can't say this, Genkinger says she's trying to double her cabinet painting business while maintaining, I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally hit the mute button again, her vintage shop and keeping that ahead of the rest while she has 3 boys and a ton of homework each night. Sounds like you are doing a lot, Joyce. I hope that you are outsourcing. I hope that you have a cabinet painting team. I'm going to tell you why. The best use of your money is not prepping your own cabinets or the best use of your time. The best use of your time is not prepping your own cabinets, taping off your own cabinets, sitting there with the electric screwdriver and getting the handles off. That is not how Joyce needs to be spending her time. You need to be outsourcing the heck of a lot of those things. That will help you in your time management. Jody Gray Weiss says you so desperately want to start your own business, but you're struggling with what to specialize in. Jody. Okay, and then she says, jumping from one thing to the next, you need some serious focus. Jody, I'm going to solve your problem right now. Are you ready? I'm going to solve your problem right now. Number 1, think of people that have asked you questions about something related to any of these business topics in the last month. What one area did you get most of your questions about? Was it about your knitting? Was it about your baking? Was it about your furniture arrangement, your home staging? What was it about? There's a common theme, okay? So I want you to take that coupled with, this is like a little bit of an equation, okay? So write this down. What are people asking you for? Coupled with, what are you so passionate about? Because if everybody's asking you to do horse training and you hate horses, you're good at it, but like you don't want to do that, like who cares? You'll fizzle on that quickly. So what are they asking you for? What are you super passionate about? And what will people pay you for? That's the winning combination. Well, one of you guys type that in here. And thank you again for sharing this. Thank you guys so much. What are you great at? What are they asking you for? And what will they pay you for? Because if you're fantastic at underwater basket weaving, ain't nobody paying anybody for that. So many of you want to come up with this idea of something that's never been dreamed of before. It's a brand new concept. There's a reason nobody's doing it. There's a reason nobody's doing it. So figure out what you're good at based on what people are already asking you for. What would you do probably if you didn't even get paid for it? And what will the market pay you for? Those 3 things are the winning combo. All righty, hang on. Monica Leo says, getting out there in confidence and not being shy. You have a lady who wants you to fix her entranceway for Christmas and she's scared. Okay, Monica, I'm not stalking you, but I'm about to stalk you in front of God and everyone. Okay, I just went to Monica's page. Don't you all go to Monica's page. You're going to freak her out, or her profile. And in your profile, I see you holding a baby, which says to me that you've got children. Here's what I want you to funnel every one of your fears through. You have a responsibility to do things afraid because you've got a child watching you. You have a responsibility to make some money for your family if given the opportunity because you have a child to feed. You have a responsibility, and it looks like you have a significant other based on lovely photos of a man that's bald. I'm married to a man who's bald. I love it. So when you're thinking to yourself, I'm so shy, I need confidence, what I want you to think is if you can't do it for you, Monica, you need to do it for them. Sometimes starting doing it for them will help you to do a better job in the future of doing it for you. I know that at the end of the day, my kids need to see mom doing stuff that she's scared of that are making an impact in the world, even more than they need me to make them breakfast. I am committed to that. They are watching you guys. More is caught than is taught. So while you're trying to teach your kids, be brave, you can do anything you want to do, you're trying to teach them that, right? The truth is they'll catch that from you if you model it. You won't even have to say it. We underestimate our children. You underestimate how much they watch and how much they comprehend. My now 10-year-old daughter, but when she was 9 a few weeks ago, she said to me, Mom, you are teaching so many women. I'm so proud of you. And I about started to cry. And she went on a little bit and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never even had a conversation with her. And she gets it. She gets it. And so, Monica, if God's calling you to do something, the fact that you are shy is not going to make a difference. Okay. First of all, he equips you to do what he calls you to do. I am as shy as they come in real life. If you meet me in real life, Monica, you're going to probably think that I'm a businessman. And the reason you're going to think that is because I'm shy. I will not be the first one that ever comes up and says hello. When I walk into a room of people, I am scanning for the first friendly face that I see. And baby, I'm zeroing in on you and I am stuck to you like glue. I am shy. I'm an introvert. But you come alive when you're passionate about something, and you also realize that you can't use those things as excuses because it will kill your destiny. So God's not going to ask you to do something he has not fully equipped you to do. And I encourage you with all my heart, Monica, just to step into that and don't let that fear rule you. Okie dokie? Artichoke? All right, hang on. Where we at? I got off my thing on accident. Sorry. Jessica Stepp says she needs more followers on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, on followers, I would suggest on Facebook that you do like ads. I would suggest that you do Facebook Lives at least twice a week. And I would suggest you do just such great content, Jessica, that people cannot help but like, comment, and share. And that's how you'll get more followers organically. If you can afford to do Facebook ads every day of the week, you're all over it. On Instagram, you get more followers on Instagram by following people, hoping that they follow you back, by commenting on people's stuff, hoping that they follow you back, by making sure that it is a business Instagram and not a personal one, which reminds me, my Facebook page got verified, and I need to see how I go about getting my Instagram verified. I'm writing down a note for myself. And then using hashtags on Instagram is so important, because that way when people look for hashtag creative entrepreneur, they find you, or whatever it is that you do. Also, Instagram stories. They're brief and brilliant. Be brief and brilliant, Jessica. I'm addicted to Instagram stories. I love them so much in my heart. Okay. Anita Maya, we'll take a couple more here because I have to get ready for my noon call and I have to have as much brain juice left as possible. Anita says, planning for business fluctuations is her biggest struggle. She seems to be creating from holiday to holiday, last minute requests, and making in-season trend. Is this just the nature of the beast? Anita, a lot of creative people work best last minute. They work best with deadlines, and they tend to leave everything right until the very end. How many of you will admit that that's you? How many of you will admit that you leave everything until the last minute and you just can't help yourself? That's how a lot of creative people are wired. Here's what I have figured. By the way, it's creepy when somebody drives by your house really slow and they stop. And momentum. I mean mugging them. There's a blue car, license plate. No, I'm kidding. But it is a blue 4-door right outside my window. Okay. So anyway, how many of you will admit you're last minute people? I used to fight this and I used to think, gosh, I gotta be better prepared. I've got to do stuff further in advance. I've got to blah, 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 blah. Everybody that's successful does blah, 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 blah. They've got things months in advance. Okay. Enough with that nonsense. Here's what I know. I'm a goal girl. I'm a deadline girl. I'm a last minute girl. I will kick butt when I've got 10 minutes to spare to get that piece of furniture delivered to your front door, or when I have 15 minutes to prepare for a podcast. I will kick booty. You give me 2 weeks, I'll get jack crap and nothing done. So if you understand that, Anita, sometimes you work best last minute, that will free you. Also know that working a little further in advance will cause you less stress though. And so if in terms of making, if you can start that earlier next year, start scheduling it now. In my inner circle, we're going to be talking about our schedule for 2018 next month. I'm actually going to be having them map out stuff for next year, because most creative people, we are so last minute that we don't realize we got to have a little bit of strategy for the year. Okay. Because the truth is I heard this saying once, we way overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in 5. And so doing some of that yearly planning will be helpful. Also, just know that Q4 for creative people is our jam. And again, Q1 of next year, you can totally sleep. And instead of sleeping, focus on your marketing strategy, your social media, stuff you ignored in Q4. Okay. All right. I'm going to take 2 more. How do you handle it? Oh, Sarah. Orozco. That's what I'm going to say. Sarah Orozco. How do you handle it when your family or even a spouse doesn't support you? Okay. So Sarah, you got to get a lot of this. La, 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 la. Okay. It's easy to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words won't hurt me, but words will hurt you. So here is your strategy. Don't share too much with your family. Don't share too much. I have people in my family that don't have any idea, Sarah, what I do. None. And I'm okay with that. When you have a dream that you are trying to fulfill and see come to fruition, and you're trying to hustle for, maybe you got to guard that crap. You've got to guard it, because you will have well-intentioned people who love you shooting holes in it left and right for the sake of worried about your future, want to make sure you're okay, want to make sure you're not making mistakes. Are you sure you want to do that? Is it wise to quit your day job? What about insurance? What about the state of our country? What about Tuesday? I mean, they will say anything. You have a close-knit group of insiders that you let into your world who will support you, who will tell you when you're going sideways, okay? But who aren't going to try to convince you not to follow your dream. Listen, you have a calling on your life, and it really doesn't matter what your sister-in-law says. It really does not matter what your dad thinks of it. While it would be nice and precious and very Hallmark movie-ish for everybody to be super supportive of you, Sarah, they will not be. A lot of them are operating and speaking out of their own hurts. Some of them are speaking out of their own regrets, wishing they had chased a dream, wishing they hadn't stayed at that dead-end job for 40 years just for the benefits, wishing they had been gutsier in their 30s. Girl, I'm telling you what, guard what you say to people. Okay, it is hard enough to be an entrepreneur without your mother-in-law telling you how crazy your idea is. Ain't no way got time for that. So guard your words. Don't tell a whole lot of people. And I had somebody in the inner circle say the other day, she was concerned because a lot of her family members don't follow her Facebook page. And I'm like, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They're not your audience. They're not your ideal clients. And if you have time to be going through and figuring out which of your personal friends are actually following your Facebook page and which are not, honey, you got too much time. You are focusing on the wrong beast. If you're going to other people's Facebook pages and asking them to come like your page, you are focusing on the wrong stuff. You look needy. You look desperate. You go onto your Facebook page, you be brilliant, you serve the heck out of your audience, you stay in your lane, you know what God's asking you to do, and you don't worry about what your family thinks. And I say that with all the love in my heart. I do. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Hang on here. Crystal Nero says she definitely needs more social media engagement. She's not good with words. Well, Crystal, you just typed that out brilliantly. I say that you are good with words. Instead of you typing it into your Facebook page, here's what I want you to do. Hit the button and record yourself talking if you're better at talking than you are at typing. Also, every time I go to do a Facebook post, I don't have to do it now as much as I used to, but I would pretend that I was doing my Facebook post just to my best girlfriend, just to either Laura or Rachel. That way, I'm not putting on the Jen needs to be a professional hat and wording it in a way that's going to fall flat with people. Nobody wants professional. They don't want the perfect Barbie. They don't. They want a Facebook page that they can relate to. In fact, let me read some of the Instagram comments that I got this morning because I was, I was on Instagram. Hang on. Somebody, what did she say this morning? I was going to tell you what she said. She said, I follow you. Okay. You are hysterical. And I just love your authenticity. Southern Junkers, thank you for my coffee mug. Not this one, but the one I used yesterday. And so authenticity, relatability, people will flock to that every day of the week over perfectionism. In fact, watch here on my Facebook page this morning, or maybe it's right after lunch. We have a free video you can watch from me. It was a training that I did, I think 2 years ago, on how perfectionism is killing your business. And it's free, totally free. Go get that emailed to you when that post comes out this afternoon, because nobody wants perfect. If they wanted perfect, they'd stick and look at magazines and I don't even know. What's that movie where all the wives are Stepford Wives? Okay. So be yourself. That will help you tremendously with engagement. Okay. Last question. I got to bring up my Facebook page again because I hopped over to Instagram. Okay. Hang on here. I thought I saw, hang on. Sorry. Marquis Shy says her problem is taking the next step, creating a website and launching everything to the next level. Marquis, I just did a blog post. Go to themagicbrushinc.com. I'm pretty sure it came up yesterday. Let me double check here. Hang on. I've got 2 monitors. Business tip. You need 2 monitors. Somebody told me I needed 2 monitors once, and I'm like, that's dumb. You're dumb, and everything's dumb. And then I got 2 monitors, and I was like, you're brilliant. This is brilliant. Everything's brilliant. I have a blog post that came out yesterday called How to Start a Blog. Blogging advice for newbies and creatives. Hey, let me see if I can do something here. Can I post a comment? What? Hang on. Do you guys see a comment from me just now? It's there. Lord have mercy. Look at that. Okay, so for the person who asked how they get into my inner circle group, I'm going to put the magicbrushinc.com/inner circle. Well, this is fun. That's my coaching group. Go read that blog post, though, and that'll help you on how to start your blog, Marquis, and your website. Sorry. You would like to sell smaller home decor pieces that is easily shippable. The furniture you paint sells in a week, sometimes a few hours, but you have buyers who are out of state. Marquis, do you follow the Turquoise Iris, Dion Woods? She will teach you how to ship furniture out of state. Do you follow Jenny Ingram at Roots? Damon, what's her page called, Damon? Roots Wings. Hang on. Roots. Sorry, Jenny. I'm drawing a blank. It's menopause. Roots Wings. Something Roots and Wings. Jenny Ingram will show you Roots and Wings Furniture. Thank you. Jenny Ingram also has an ebook. She's in my inner circle group on shipping. So you would be shocked how many people will pay to have stuff from you shipped and pay hundreds of dollars. That's the client you want. You want the client who's like, I don't care what it costs, ship it to my house, babe. That's the client that you absolutely want. So, all right. Bless you guys. Tina says you want to start a blog. You have no idea where to start. Yep. Go read that post, Tina. I just posted it here in the group. So, yep. Roots and Wings. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. Yep. Jenny's ebook is great, Damon. Thank you for saying that. Awesome. All right. I'm stuffy, need to blow my nose, and need to prepare for my noon conference call. If you're thinking about joining the inner circle, I would do it before lunch if you would like to get literally on the phone with me, because we have a noon call and people ask questions and I bring their face up onto the screen and it's like we get to meet. It's so amazing. And then we are having that competition in the group next month. Damon thinks he's going to win. And it's for a $300 Amazon gift card. I offered the group, I did a poll yesterday and I said, would you rather win from me an Amazon gift card for $300, an Apple Watch, or an iPad? You know what? Here's what I'm actually going to do. I just decided. I just decided I'm going to let the winner select which of those 3 they want. And I'll either buy them an Apple Watch. What did I just say? An iPad or a $300 Amazon gift card. And it's not, the criteria is not based on whose page is the biggest or got the most engagement. No, it's, are you doing this consistently, this consistently, this consistently? It's going to be more than just Facebook. And then at the end of the month, everybody that has done what they're supposed to for the month gets their name put into, we're using random.org to pick the winner. So that way I don't have to pick the winner out of a jar and then feel bad if I know the person, don't know the person, I nobody got time for that. So bless you guys. I think you're amazing. Did you guys like this way of doing it? Can I ask you for your feedback real quick? Because usually I'm on my phone, right? And instead, right now, I'm on my PC. Wow, we went 55 minutes? I was going to do 30. You guys got to stop me when I'm talking like a crazy person. Did you like, though, doing it here, or was it glitchy? Does it look clear, or does it look fuzzy? I'd be interested in knowing those things. All right, bless you guys. I think you're amazing. And I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks. Bye-bye.